them all. You even mentioned the circumstances this morning about the deal, the hand that y'all been dealt. So what the heck happened in that fourth quarter that y'all turned this around like that?
Well, I think the big thing was that our guys didn't hang their heads and just give in once Brooklyn went on their run. Our second unit did a great job. Both stints when they came in the first half and in the second half, and they had cut it down to 6, and I subbed our starters back in, to bring it home, with the exception of I think Serge. Maybe Serge was in there for a minute. And then Brooklyn went on a run. We hit a couple threes, and then they came back and hit a couple. And at that point, we could have, just given in. But they just kept fighting. It just goes to show in this league, anything can happen on any given night. You win some that maybe you not supposed to win, and you lose some that maybe you're not supposed to lose. And although we felt bad about last night because we were in control of that game for a good part of it, we didn't make the plays down the stretch that it took to win last night's game. But tonight was the absolute opposite of that. We made the plays. Bled played great on both ends of the ball. He found guys. He got in the paint all night. They shared the ball. Different guys hit big shots, big free throws, and that was the difference in the result from last night to tonight.
Eric was talking about how, because of the circumstances, obviously it necessitates a much smaller playbook. You just can't run everything you would normally. Can you add context to how much less are you guys able to run right now? Just because guys haven't been with the team for more than 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah, I can put it into context for you. Ty is he's a basketball savant when it comes to his menu of plays, the feel for the right time to run things and who to run it for, and he has an extensive playbook. And I consider myself a student of the game and fairly intelligent. But I don't have a grasp of all the stuff that we run, even now, that he runs. And so for me, it was kind of a tailor-made situation to just kind of really, really simplify. We took some of the stuff that we run, but instead of, really trying to get to the second and third option of it, we kind of struck early and cut some of that out. And just tried to simplify it for it. They had never played with Ennis before. They never played with Gabriel before. As we said, Moon's only played in a couple of games for us. Keon, I think, has played in 10 games before tonight. And so, it was the stuff that we were running was related to what we normally run, but we just kind of shortened it up and really, really simplified it. And then told them, just compete, play hard, and have fun. And if the ball swings your way and it's in the rhythm of the offense, take the shots that were there. And I thought they did that.
Reggie and Eric have both had pretty nice stretches this year when they've each sort of had their own unit to have the ball in their hands most. But tonight, they played off each other really well together. I know these circumstances are a little extreme, but do you think those two guys can kind of replicate this sort of your turn, my turn thing, at least until the bulk of the other lineup comes back?
Yeah, I would hope so. That's, as a coach, that's what you want to happen. Not necessarily be, your turn, my turn. Just make the right play. And I thought tonight we did a better job of doing that. We talked about before the game matchups where, last night I thought when Reggie, to start the game, I thought he maybe overhandled a little bit. And tonight I made it a point before the game to say, hey, if we're just coming down in the flow, kind of in a semi-transition, you got 1.5 seconds to make up your mind to shoot it or to move it. And if you got the shot, take it. If you don't, move it. And then the ball will find, the ball finds energy. It'll find its way back to you. And then you can go into your package and do your thing, towards the end of the shot clock. So I think he did a lot better job of doing that, which in turn made Bled feel more engaged in the game as well. And even with Moon, when he came in, they all had their moments, where they, or kept the team organized. got everybody involved, but still found a way to capitalize on their opportunities to score too. It's a good vibe. Everybody's happy. To come on this road trip with the brutal schedule and the circumstances that we've had to deal with, and to be going back home 2-3 on the road, or 2-1 on the road trip, winning 2 out of 3. I think most teams will take that, especially coming from the West Coast to the East Coast. And like I said, sometimes you win some that seem improbable that maybe don't think that you can win. And sometimes you lose some that you definitely thought you were going to win. So we'll take that 2 out of 3 split. It keeps us above 500 going back home. And then, we don't know what to expect. We got a test now after the game. So we don't know what's going to happen based on the results of our tests and when we get back, when we test. And so we're just going to enjoy it and then get ready for the next game on Monday when we get back.
Right. Marcus didn't play, and you can understand he had a heavy load after coming back this week. You never know who's going to be in. What was the conversation like with him about not playing, and what was his role in tonight's win as he was with you guys on the floor?
Well, he was a consummate pro tonight. In terms of, we talked to him before the game. Both Ty called in and talked to him, and me as well, just in terms of him, having him fully charged and ready to go on Monday. Back to back is tough. Probably played more minutes than I should have last night. So he didn't ask for to have tonight off, but we just felt it was in his best. In his it was, as far as he was concerned, it was best for him to be off tonight. He was available if we needed him, but we were going to not try to use him. And so just be a good vet. And he did that. He talked to the guys, he cheered them on when he was on the bench in the locker room. He was in guys' ears, before the game and at halftime, talking to the guys and explaining things to them. And that's what you want out of your veteran players, especially in a situation like this where you got to rely on a lot of young guys and new guys to the team.
Yes.
Go ahead. Well, I want to speak about halftime because it seemed like KD was kind of leading your offense a lot in the first half, and y'all saw what Harden did Monday night, so it wasn't going to be a surprise if he came out more aggressive. Like, how did y'all prepare for that? Like, what adjustments did y'all want to consider, given how the flow of the game was going?
Well, with players of that magnitude, you can't really stop them. They're going to get touches, they're going to get attempts, and they're going to get their numbers, when it's all said and done. But one of the things that we wanted to make sure of is that, we felt like when we played him last week in Brooklyn, and obviously KD didn't play, but Harden, we felt like a lot of his looks, they weren't tough looks. They were, got a lot of stuff at the rim. He got a lot of open looks, and we just wanted if he's going to end up having the numbers like he had tonight, make him feel us, make him know that he was in the game, and make him work. And then also at the other side, on the other end, make him expend some of that energy on the defensive end too. So I thought that we did a better job, even though he got great numbers, when it was all said and done, triple-double. I thought we made him work a little harder for his stuff tonight, both he and KD, for their stuff tonight.